Hi, I'm Casper. I am a backend software engineer on the partner orders team in Zalando. And my pronouns are they, them, or he, him. And I identify as transmasculine, which is kind of somewhere between non-binary and a trans man. I have multiple favorite LGBT plus flags and colors, but I think my main one is purple because it represents the spirit of the LGBT plus community, which to me is very strong and resilient. And I like to be reminded of that power in everyday life. And also white, because it represents the space in between male and female, the something else of the gender identity spectrum, which is what I identify as. I think the important thing with self-expression is being able to look and feel the way you want and have others recognize that and support that. So wearing the clothes you like, having your hair the way you want it to be, being able to look in a mirror and recognize yourself and act the way that you want to act and feel comfortable acting. And for others in your community to support that and accept that. To me, community is a place where you can go into and interact with and feel like you belong, where you have friends, people to rely on, a support network, people that you can also help. Having a community of people that understand you, or if they don't understand you, at least support you. There's been times in my life where I did not have a very good community, and I felt very alone and very isolated and very scared. And what I want to do with the community I have now is try to kind of identify like what might make people feel scared or unwelcome in a place and try to get rid of it. Try to make everyone feel welcome, everyone feel like there's a place for them in this community. That's really what I want to do. This happened when I was in graduate school. So I just graduated there in December 2020. So this happened in 2019. But the university I attended is actually, on the whole, very supportive. You're able to list like your preferred name. There's a service that emails your professors your preferred gender before class starts, or your preferred pronouns before class starts. And so I was able to do as much work there as I was because the university already had networks of support, which was really great. And so the problem actually lies more in computer science, which is what it's the fields I'm in, it's what I do for a living. And in computer science, gender is often treated in what we call a Boolean, which is like an either or. You're either male or you're female, there's no other options. And so when you're writing systems for school and class and things like that, sometimes it's part of the requirements to put that into your code, which I had been doing for a while because I was too afraid to go and speak up to my professors, you know, like, what if this wasn't something they agreed with? How would that affect my grade? How would that affect me? And so I'd been really uncomfortable with this for a while at that point. But what finally pushed me over the edge was there was one thing a professor was writing in class. And so we have the line there, you know, that says gender is either male or female. And then there was an extra line that said, if gender is anything other than male or female, this whole application is gonna error out. And so that not only was my gender identity not recognized, it was also explicitly in error, which really affected me, and it still affects me to talk about it today because like that's so incredibly invalidating. And I went to the professor after class and I said, this can't continue, we have to do something to make this class more supportive, to make applications like these more supportive. Because in addition, like non-binary clients are gonna have a problem using software like this too. Like, it's not just an issue of inclusion, it's like there's so many other things that tie into this. And so he was receptive to this, thankfully. And I worked with him to redesign that assignment and other assignments, as well as his class lectures, to be more representative of an actual community and have more examples of sexualities and gender identities in it. And what was really nice is that as more professors heard about this, they also changed their lectures to be more inclusive as well. So I think it ended up having a really good impact on the computer science program at that university. And so now the non-binary students going into computer science are going to see themselves represented in the examples, which is so rare, and it's really, really good to see it happening. In the work that I do today, which is still in computer science, I like to bring that experience I had in college and apply it to what I'm currently building. So if there are blocks in what I'm building that are restrictive, I like to dig deeper and be like, why is this here? Does this actually need to be here? And if it's not, we should just take it out. Like, for example, in systems, like, why do we need to know our customer's gender? Like, is that really necessary? Like, if you're just buying clothes, maybe it's not. Maybe it doesn't matter if you choose like a female scarf one day and a male pair of shoes the next. There was a couple of books I read by Kate Bornstein, who is a non-binary gender activist and writer. And one of the books is called Gender Outlaw, and the other one is called My Gender Workbook. And so when I started to first question my gender identity, I went to those books, and they were really helpful just to give me words to express how I was feeling. And actually, one of the first like trans or non-binary things I got for myself was a little sticker that said Gender Outlaw. And I still have that on my laptop today to kind of as a reminder to be proud of who I am. There's a little series of books that I really like that I found helpful to give to people who wanted to learn more about pronouns or the LGBT plus community. It's called A Quick and Easy Guide to series. And so A Quick and Easy Guide to Queer and Trans Identities and A Quick and Easy Guide to They, Them Pronouns. They're great little books. You can get them on the Kindle in the EU. And it's little comics. They help kind of explain like what these pronouns are, why they're important, what these identities are, in like a really nice, welcoming, inclusive fashion that's really easy to read, really quick to get into. So those are the books I like to recommend, but also there's a lot of things you can do without needing to buy anything or spend necessarily a lot of time on, like even changing your language. If you're addressing a group of people, there's no reason to say ladies and gentlemen. You can say friends, folks, honored guests, everyone, people instead. You can check at work, like, do you have a gender neutral bathroom? If you don't have one, is there a way that you can make one? Asking for preferred pronouns when you meet someone, including them in your email signatures, things like that, like just small steps that people can do to make life more interesting for everyone that doesn't fit into the binary.